regulators. Indeed, it's a great opportunity for me to present the Department of Higher Education Chhattisgarh here for the SKOCH Award. And the presentation is basically based on assessment and accreditation of all the government higher education institutions of Chhattisgarh. As you all are well aware of the fact that Chhattisgarh is always called as the backward state, the state which is highly affected by the Naxalites, the state wherein education has not been given any importance. I proudly represent that state which has been known as the backward state to make it a state which has become the pioneer in many of the innovative ideas as far as accreditation and assessment is concerned. And we all are aware of the fact that University Grants Commission in 2018 has issued an order wherein it has mentioned that all the higher education institutions of the country must be accredited by NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, which has been formed in 1994 as an autonomous institution with its headquarters in Bengaluru for the assessment and accreditation of all the higher education institutions, because quality was the very defining factor. And in Chhattisgarh, there was no certain kind of a mechanism as far as higher education is, as far as accreditation and assessment of higher education institutions are concerned, because the institutions were going on their own. They have their own self-motivation, and because of which they were going for accreditation process. And if we see the history of accreditation process, in 2020, we had only 32 institutions which were accredited by NAC. And due to the fear of NAC and due to their own way of doing the things as far as NAC is concerned, they were not aware of various factors related to assessment and accreditation, and because of which their co-curricular, extracurricular activities were badly affected, and which in result has affected the quality of higher education institution. So the basic objective, what the higher education department has thought of to make it a kind of a mandatory process for all the government institutions, was to make the higher education institutions understand their holistic approach. They are capable of doing it. And the second one was to create awareness of assessment and accreditation process for the benefit of the faculty members and in turn for the benefit of the students. And the third one, so that the focus of attention must be shifted from teacher-centric to student-centric, and every institution must know the SWOT analysis of themselves, the strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges, and also at the same time to create a congenial and competitive atmosphere in higher education institutions, because even the rural students, even the tribal students must be aware of their strengths, must be aware of their weaknesses, must be aware of the put forth challenges in front of them by the society, and also to know what they can do. So keeping all these points in mind, we started our journey towards the quality. So I am reminded of Robert Frost, who has said in Road Not Taken, I am telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Sirs, we have not taken the road which has been followed by very few people, but we have created our own road. We have created our own vision. We have made it as a mission, and that's why we started working and walking on the road which was created by the Department of Higher Education. As I said earlier, there was no proper mechanism for assessment and accreditation process, and all these mechanisms were derived during the COVID time. In 2020, we had only 32 higher education institutions of government which were accredited by NAC, having very few institutions, just 15% of the institutions of the total institutions we had accreditation, and with that we moved ahead. And then we have taken the quality, we have taken the parameters, we have taken the road, and the road was very tough, because to make the people understand the assessment and accreditation process, and also to make the teachers understand, it's very difficult to teach a teacher. You can teach the people, you can teach the nomans, you can teach the laymans in a different way, but to teach a teacher and to bring the teachers from their comfort zone with an effort to do for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the institution, for the betterment of the state, for the betterment of the country, was a real challenge for us. and also to involve all the students, those who are there in the colleges, and to develop in them the belongingness towards the institution, their own collaboration, cooperation, and coordination with the institution, to bring in them the determination, devotion, and discipline for the institution was a Herculean task for us. But as we always say, the moment we involve ourselves in various activities, we evolve various other things. So in the same way, we started involving the people to evolve a kind of a mechanism, and that mechanism is here. We have 5 divisions in Chhattisgarh, namely Sarguja, Bilaspur, Durg, Raipur, and Bastar. All these divisions, if you see, they are highly tribal areas. Sarguja is full of tribal areas. Bastar, as you know, is full of tribal areas. Sarguja and Bastar was highly affected by Naxal areas. Durg, Raipur, and Bilaspur too have their tribal areas. If you see the entire 33 districts of Chhattisgarh, you will find out of these 33 districts of Chhattisgarh, 16 are tribal districts. So having all these tribal districts, it's very difficult for us to reach those districts, those rural areas, those colleges, and to make them aware of accreditation and assessment process. And moreover, the entire assessment and accreditation process, in which the self-study report has to be written, has to be in English only, not in Hindi. And English has become a taboo in Chhattisgarh. English has become a kind of an entity wherein people will run away from English, and they said, if it is in Hindi, we can do it, but if it is in English, we cannot do it. So to take out the fear of English from their hearts and minds was a Herculean task again for us. So a kind of an initiative has been taken. The basic initiative which we have taken is with this coinage of the word, tear the fear, make knack the deer. This was the coinage what we did. Hope I'm audible, sir, and my slide is moving.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have coined this word, tear the fear and make knack the deer. The unique approach is we have organized criteria-wise webinars were organized for all the higher education institutions on division-wise with the state. From Raipur, we organized all these webinars on Google Meet for all the divisions of Chhattisgarh. And what we have made is there are 7 criteria as far as NAC is concerned. The very first criteria is curricular aspect. The second one is teaching, learning, evaluation. The third is research, innovation, and extension. The fourth is infrastructure and learning resource. The fifth one is student support and progression. The sixth one is leadership, governance, and management. And the seventh one is institutional distinctiveness and best practices. On all these criteria, there are qualitative and quantitative metrics. So we have organized webinars for all these 7 criteria. Then we have made mentor-mentee concept, which was firstly introduced in this state. We had only few colleges which were accredited by NAC, and we have made all those colleges as mentors, and the colleges which are going to be accredited by NAC have been made as mentee colleges. Then we have established the help desk, which has been established in all the higher education institutions for the queries related to assessment and accreditation. And then with the Honorable Secretary and the Honorable Commissioner, we have organized monthly meeting of all these colleges through webinars when the entire world was completely stand still because of COVID, but we were organizing various webinars, we were organizing various meetings, we were organizing various one-to-one activities on the basis of Google Meet, so that we can be in contact with these people, and the morale of these teachers and the morale of the college should not go down even during the COVID. So on the basis of this, we in the 5 divisions, we have nominated 5 colleges which have become the nodal colleges on the basis of division wise. And then we have asked the colleges, even the mentor colleges, to go to the mentee colleges so that they can understand the nuances, they can understand the problems, they can understand the situation, they can understand the local problems what the colleges are facing as far as accreditation process is concerned. So this one-to-one kind of an interaction has created a kind of a hand holding for all the institutions. We haven't stopped there, but we have moved ahead of that. And with ahead of that, what we did is there were quite a number of challenges for us. And as far as the challenges is concerned, as I said earlier, we have made 96 colleges as the mentee colleges with 36 colleges as the mentor colleges in the first phase. And in the second phase, we have taken 115 colleges for the second phase. So total out of 285 colleges, government colleges, we have 211 colleges which are eligible to be accredited by NAC, because the eligibility says at least 2 batches of the undergraduate must pass, and the college should have ASHE code, All India Survey on Higher Education, and the college must have the affiliation from the university. So the colleges which are not having 2 batches passed, they are not eligible for NAC. So with the help of that, we have strengthened state level quality assurance cell, which has completely continuously monitoring on these colleges about the accreditation process. In the second stage, we have formed 3-tier committee for handholding. The first committee was the state level committee under the guidance and under the leadership of the additional director who sits in Raipur, the capital of Chhattisgarh. And then we have made university level committees wherein the registrar was the chairperson, and with the help of him, all the activities related to the university and the colleges were cleared, and the benefits were given to the colleges, and the colleges were being holded by the university as a kind of an handholding. And then the district level committees were created in the chairmanship of the principal of the lead college, and the lead college is going to cater to various other colleges of the same district. So in this way, another 3-tier committee was constituted. And after that, there was a huge challenge. Not only organizing workshop was a challenge, but also to prepare the self-study report was a challenge. How to prepare the self-study report in English, and if there is no faculty of English, how to write it. Then we started organizing workshops on how to write the self-study report, and then how to fill the institutional information for quality assessment, which is known as IIQA. And then after submitting the SSR, then the student satisfaction survey is being conducted by NAC, and then another agency which has been outsourced by NAC will conduct the DVV, which is known as data validation and verification. So entire data is being validated and verification is being done by NAC, for which they will receive various questions. So we have not only cleared their doubts related to DVV clarification, but at the same time, we have made them to understand that you have the ability to go for the accreditation process, and you have everything as far as assessment and accreditation is concerned. Then after having the DVV qualification, and when they have pre-qualified on the basis of system generated score by NAC, then they get the date for peer team visit. And before the peer team visit, we called the principal and the internal quality assurance cell coordinator for the presentation skills workshop. We thought that these principals and these IQAC coordinators are going to present their college in front of the peer team members. So they must understand one particular thing, that presentation plays a very vital role. How to present their college, how to present the content of the college, how to present the college in a holistic way. So we started conducting the presentation skills workshop for the principals and IQAC coordinators. And then before submitting the SSR, we have asked all the higher education institutions to prepare their SSR with the guidance of state level quality assurance cell. And then we have formed state level review committee criteria wise to evaluate the self-study report submitted by the higher education institutions, and the coordinator has been nominated there, who will send the review report again back to the state level quality assurance cell, and state level quality assurance cell will send it back to the higher education institutions with the input of state level quality assurance cell that these things are to be incorporated in your SSR. And after all these things which have been incorporated in the SSR, the higher education institution will submit the SSR report, because 70% of the evaluation of an institution is being done on the basis of self-study report. Only 30% of the evaluation is done by the peer team. So a huge number, 70%, is given to self-study report. So we wanted that all the educational institutions, the higher education institutions, must go with a concrete SSR so that they can score maximum marks in SSR. And then after the peer team's date is being declared from the state, we constitute a mock team headed by the senior member like additional director or even the joint director, and the state level committee is being formed to visit the higher education institutions, and mock team visit is conducted in the higher education institutions. And then after the mock visit, we submit a report to the institutions that these are the shortcomings or these are the lacunas of the higher education institutions, which they need to build on, so that before the entry of peer team, they can completely go foolproof with this mechanism. And this kind of a mechanism is only one of its kind in the entire country. And the peer team members, those who come to the colleges, they are very much astonished, and they are even highly, they call it as this is the only state which has been doing a kind of a hand holding for all the institutions,
So
because we
please
have
conclude.
been
You
in,
have 2 minutes more.
yes. Yes. So these are the presentation skills workshop which have organized in Raipur. We call the principals and IQAC coordinators. And this is the mock visit which has been conducted by the state level team. And this is the schedule of the mock team. Like the peer team visit, we do have the mock team visit also by the state. And this is the handholding what we have done. 285 colleges are there. 211 colleges are there, which are in having the means they are to be accredited. 170 colleges have been accredited. Only 39 colleges are there which are in the process of accreditation. And if you see the total figure, you will find there are, it's now 82% colleges have been accredited by NAC. Out of 211 colleges, we have 172 colleges which have been accredited by NAC. And in the year 2022, if you see, only in 1 year, 109 government colleges have been accredited, which is a huge thing, which is a historical achievement of the state. And even National Assessment and Accreditation Council in the Eastern Region meeting, they have said Chhattisgarh is really doing wonders in the process of assessment and accreditation. And where Chhattisgarh was lacking, now Chhattisgarh is heading the entire states of the country. With this, we are going for post-accreditation process also. This is our way ahead. We go to the institutions to do the assessment after the accreditation, analysis the complete report, and how to go better with that. And in the second phase, we are going to work with the private colleges, because we are having the same number of private colleges in the state. Now we are concentrating on the private colleges, because in the first phase we have concentrated on the government colleges. Now we are going to the private colleges, so that we can bring this private colleges together with the government colleges. So as far as the quality is concerned, the primary task of the society is to find a real teacher, and we also made this kind of a hand holding with the help of heart holding. The quality of the nation depends on citizen, and the citizens, they depend on education, and the quality of education depends on teacher. And that's why we made all the teachers to understand what matters most is the way you look yourself. So by bringing a kind of a self-confidence in them, we wanted to educate the people to elevate themselves, and we always make them to learn, relearn, and unlearn. And we have made them to understand, if you want to plan for a year, plant trees. If you want to plan for years, plant trees. But if you want to plan for a century, educate people. So in that way, we are educating the masses, we are educating the students, we are educating the people. And with this, Rabindranath Tagore's very famous poem, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Here I say, where the mind is without fear, NAC is held high, where knowledge is free, where HEA have been motivated and facilitated by SLQSC through hand holding and heart holding into that Chhattisgarh state, my father, let tramp prevails. So with Robert Frost, I started. I'll end with Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. With this, the famous tagline of Chhattisgarh government, Garbo Nawa Chhattisgarh, we are going to create a new Chhattisgarh, which is full of quality initiative, and which will go completely 100% institutions will be accredited by NAC by the end of March 2023. With that, gratitude and thanks for providing me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Very charged presentation you have made, and it is really left no iota in our minds that your conviction is very high, and definitely you will succeed in your efforts towards creating excellence in higher education. In fact,
Thank
this
you,
is
sir.
a very critical sector, because educating one person means a lot. It has its own ecosystem. His family will be development oriented. His own life, his own children, society, and village, they will also learn from him and try to emulate the lifestyle, knowledge, and the modesty and other virtues from him. So excellent work, sir. Please keep
Thank
up
you,
the
sir.
good work.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
It's a good, your presentation was excellent, and
Thank you, sir.
the type of work which you have shown is really remarkable.
Thank you, sir.
All the best to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Sir, community policing initiative of Chandigarh Police with the aim of inculcating cyber hygiene among the community, primarily through the engagement of youth. Sir, I will start with a brief of the journey so far of Cyber Swachhta mission. Sir, the mission started with collaboration and signing of MOUs with various industry partners and academic institutions. Then various cyber interns were enrolled from different colleges and universities of Chandigarh. These cyber interns were trained by the cyber experts, especially Infosys. So then these cyber interns, as brand ambassadors of cyber awareness, they conducted cyber awareness programs for the various sections of the community. So then a major milestone came when the Honorable Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji visited Chandigarh during March 2022. He felicitated the cyber interns. So now, after completion of first batch of cyber Swachhta mission, we have already started the second batch with enrollment of 389 students. Sir, and as part of future plans, we are starting clubs for various sections of the society, such as senior citizens, women. Sir, the main mission, its aims are to secure cyberspace and train the cyber interns to achieve the goal of cyber security of cyberspace. So then the another aim is awareness generation among the community and propagation of cyber safe behavior. So then the third aim is to fortify the cyber defense and contribute towards the larger goal of making India a cyber safe nation. And sir, finally, our aim is to eradicate cyber crime through proper awareness generation, reporting of complaints, and redressal. Sir, the broad mission has been reduced to 3 actionable core goals: that of training the team of young cyber soldiers, creating a sustainable volunteering program, and promoting cyber literacy. Sir, the objectives of the mission have been achieved through a unique and creative collaboration among our main stakeholders, which is academic institutions, police, industry, and community. So recently, during our second phase, banks and media have also come on board Cyber Swachhta mission and are contributing both in the training of our cyber interns and in generating cyber awareness. Sir, I'll start with the first goal. The first goal is that of training the cyber interns, who in turn becomes the brand ambassadors of Chandigarh Police for creating cyber awareness among the community. So they are trained both in online and offline modes. So the modules for the training of cyber interns have been finalized after a series of brainstorming sessions between the cyber experts and police officers. So the broad modules of focus for the cyber training are cyber crime and safety, concepts of social networks, coding skills, and legal framework and digital forensics. Sir, a very important part of the Cyber Swachhta mission is that the cyber interns are closely mentored and assessed by police officials, so that the cyber interns remain on track and they also get to know the nuances of how the cyber crime is investigated and all the nuances of law enforcement agencies. Sir, another important point is that the industry partners like Infosys, which is imparting training to the cyber interns, is under their corporate social responsibility. So there is basically no cost inculcated by the Chandigarh Police under this mission. So this mission was inaugurated on 17th November 2021 by advisor UT Chandigarh. So the 4-month training, which is imparted by Infosys, it covers a diverse range of topics ranging from open source intelligence, forensics, dark web, cryptocurrency, artificial intelligence, programming languages, cybersecurity programming. Sir, so the training is imparted both in online modes and offline modes. So it enables the cyber interns to get the training from the comfort of their places and from their hostels. Sir, now the next important point is just enrolling the cyber interns is not important. We want to have become this program a self-sustainable program, so that even if the officers change, the program remains sustainable. So, sir, this has been achieved by signing of MOUs between Chandigarh Police and academic institutions such as Punjab University, Punjab Engineering College, MCM DAV College, and other such colleges of Chandigarh and neighboring areas, sir. Then we have enrolled the cyber interns from these colleges as our cyber soldiers. So they have been selected based on filling of an application form and assessment by their faculty members. So in the first phase of Cyber Swachhta mission, sir, we divided the 300 cyber interns into 9 teams who were to conduct cyber awareness programs for the different areas of Chandigarh. Another important point is there is close collaboration and meetup sessions with cyber cell officials, so as to ensure that all the objectives of the mission are kept on track and regularly achieved. So the final aim is to promote cyber literacy among the masses. So this is also in sync with one of the key vision areas of Digital India, that of digital empowerment and universal digital literacy. So, sir, with the overzealous participation of our cyber interns, Cyber Swachhta has already become a city-wide brand in Chandigarh. And to achieve this aim, we have divided the city into various divisions where the cyber interns are conducting cyber awareness activities. They are conducting cyber awareness activities at the beat level of each police station. So they are conducting activities through different media, such as conducting physical sessions for different groups such as students, senior citizens, army people. So, then they are conducting a massive social media campaign. Then we are also using radio, print media, and all other media, sir. So some of the prominent activities which have been done by the cyber interns of the first batch are, sir, we conducted a survey regarding cyber awareness among the senior citizens to assess the level of cyber awareness among them, and accordingly we can modify our cyber awareness programs. So then various project topics have also been given to the cyber interns. For example, they have done tasks on detecting and identifying fake news, flagging of unlawful content, looking for various illegal activities going on in Chandigarh through the dark web. So another activity is Cyber 112, where cyber interns are made to interact with the complainants who have various cyber crime complaints. So then we have a massive cyber awareness campaign on social media. We regularly organize digital sabhas at PS level and beat level involving the different categories of citizens. So we have a special focus on cyber awareness sessions in schools and colleges. During the first phase, we covered around 28,000 students in 85 institutions. So these are some of the pics of the cyber awareness sessions conducted in schools, conducted in colleges. This was a major milestone during the first phase of Cyber Swachhta mission when Union Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji visited Chandigarh. All the cyber interns were felicitated, and a report booklet of Cyber Swachhta mission was also released, sir. Sir, after the successful completion of the first batch, we are already nearing the completion of second batch. So the second batch of Cyber Swachhta mission was inaugurated by Administrator Governor of Punjab, Shri Banwari Lal Purohit ji. So during the second batch, there were more than 1,100 applications, and finally we selected 389 interns from 9 colleges and universities of Chandigarh. So there are 16 police stations in Chandigarh. So we have divided these interns into 16 groups, and they are mentored by officials from the Chandigarh police station cybercrime and the mentors from the previous cyber interns group, sir. So these are the various activities which have been conducted by the second batch. Regular orientation sections have been conducted team-wise at police headquarters. Then the training, 4-month training by Infosys has already been completed. Besides that, there are sessions conducted on cyber security and cyber awareness by various cyber experts for the cyber interns. Sir, as there were celebrations of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav underway, so many activities have been conducted under this banner. many Nukkad Nataks were conducted at the prominent locations of the city like Elante Mall, Sukhna Lake, Sector 17, in association with National School of Drama. Sir, cyber awareness van has been designed, which is going along with the cyber interns to various corners of the city. Cyber awareness sessions at schools and colleges are continuously being conducted. Sir, we have covered more than 60,000 students till now, sir. So then the cyber interns are also made to visit various police installations such as our control room. Then Chandigarh is a smart city, so the integrated command and control center of Chandigarh smart city. So as I already said that now banks have also come on board cyber swachhta mission. So RBI, Reserve Bank of India, is especially conducting sessions on cyber security and nuances of financial architecture for the cyber interns team wise. Already they have covered the sessions for the 8 teams, sir. So then for the second batch, we have designed an elaborated survey which we plan to administer to more than 50,000 residents. The work is already underway so that we can get to know what strategies we can deploy to so as to eradicate cybercrime and generate cyber awareness among the people, sir. And so the final task for our cyber interns, we have given research topics to all the cyber teams, so they have to prepare presentations and research papers. So these topics range from areas like open source intelligence, dark web, analysis of CDR, IPDR, generation of alerts to prevent cyber crime, sir. So these are some of the picks, like the orientation sessions conducted team-wise, sir. So these are the Nukkad Natak conducted at prominent locations. So then this is the cyber awareness van we have specially designed. This is the visit of the cyber awareness van across the city. So this is the program conducted at Elante Mall. Sir, we specially conduct awareness sessions for the senior citizens. An inter-college video making competition was organized.
So please conclude, sir.
The National Cyber Security Awareness Month, various activities were conducted under this platform also. So we marked the International Day for the Elderly, where the cyber interns specially met the senior citizens and generated cyber awareness among them. So the citywide survey is being conducted. Then these are the pics of the educational trip to control room, sir. So these are the training sessions being conducted by RBI. The various sessions by cyber experts. So this year, during the celebration of the 56th Raising Day of the Chandigarh Police, cyber interns specially also participated in the parade along with carrying cyber hygiene tip messages. So now coming to the future plans, sir, we are seeking to introduce cyber curriculum in schools, which will be of 2 categories. One for the classes 7th and 8th, and another for 9th to 12th. So we have already tied up with the Education Department of Chandigarh and seeking to introduce from the next academic year. It will help sensitize the students on cybersecurity and impart them with the knowledge, skills, and confidence so that they can use the technology ethically and effectively, sir. Sir, then to make the mission more inclusive, we are going to start cyber swachhta clubs for different sections such as students, women, and senior citizens. So it will help focusing on cyber safety for all and working together with citizens of the city. It will help us to make brand ambassadors of cyber awareness among all the sections of the society, sir. Sir, I4C has already asked for a paper from us to replicate this mission across India, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very good effort. In fact, this is a very area in which police need to train a lot of to their own staff as well as to the community. But have you studied any impact that after this initiative, such and so many crimes have come down?
Sir, we are already on to this impact assessment. The total number of crimes is same. Like the last year, the figure was 6,000, and this year also the figure is 6,000. But the thing is, sir, the number of the crimes The actual crimes has reduced. The actual figures we are already studying, sir, but from 6,000, almost 50% of the crimes are just for the purpose of reporting, where there is an attempt to cheat, but the cheating has not happened, sir. So the exact figures we are studying, but the reporting has increased because people are also reporting the attempts, sir.
Okay, good. Even if the incidents doesn't take place because the citizens are aware, that itself shows the credibility of your efforts.
Sir,
At least they have been saved.
Yes,
Good.
sir. That has happened, sir.
Definitely. That is the whole objective.
Sir.
You can't stop them, but you can. Yes. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you.
Sir, excellent work, sir. No specific questions, sir.
Thank you, sir.
The need and the rationale for this innovation in immunization was basically to improve the immunization coverage to prevent any outbreak of vaccine preventable diseases in Chandigarh, sir, and to boost faith and confidence of the community in immunization services provided by government hospitals, sir, and to provide a robust immunization infrastructure in Chandigarh to generate adequate trained human resource and to sensitize community regarding importance of vaccinations. Vaccination is usually, sir, is taken by the community as the intake of few injections and drops to the children and the pregnant women, sir. And basically, the real benefit of immunization is community is not reached to the community. We want to send a message to the community that vaccination of a children of a family is basically a road to health and happiness of the families. These vaccines are given to children to prevent the children from many serious diseases in the community, sir. When the children in a family, whether it's infected with the diarrhea or the measles or the diphtheria or the tetanus, this creates a lot of financial and the psychological burden on the families. So there is a great role of the immunization or vaccination of children. So we want to send a message that vaccination of children is basically a road to happy and healthy families. And to achieve this goal in Chandigarh, sir, these were the models we adopted in Chandigarh. Training and sensitization of medical officer, LHVs, ANMs, they are the field workers, sir. To train them, we conducted multiple trainings and seminars were held to train and impart knowledge to the health staff engaged in immunization activities. Other agencies like WHO, UNDP, and AEFI Secretariat, that is adverse event following immunization. This is a very important segment of immunization, sir. Then Postgraduate Institute, Chandigarh, sir, and Government Medical College 32. So we involve all these organizations in training, and the participants were taught about the latest development in field of immunization, along with the method of immunizations and the method of observing the AEFI in children, sir. And along with that, sir, the field visit by the team from the district headquarters, regular visits by team from district office to monitor various activity and on-site training of the staff engaged in immunization services, sir. And then the convergence with other departments, sir, because support and cooperation with the other department is also very important. So we work in convergence with the education department, social welfare department, RBSK, transport department, Air Force department, and the colleges and the university in Chandigarh, so as to improve the coverage and the quality of the immunization services, sir. And the other step taken was a special group was created to help immunization activities. Community leaders, religious leaders, local councillors, group housing societies, social workers were involved in these activities. They were asked to train, or you can say send message to the community wherever they belong, through the miking system or through the group discussion, so as to send the message in the community like importance of the vaccination of the children. Then the member interact and discuss planning of the vaccination camp on the WhatsApp group. Wherever it was required, we used to get the request from the area for these vaccination camps, and then the teams were prepared and sent in those areas. Then the poster competition in the school, poster competitions were held in the school to spread knowledge about the vaccination among children, and these competitions were useful in spreading the message in the community through parents, and the winning children were felicitated for their efforts. And along with this, there is a TD10 and TD vaccine which is given at the age of 10 years and 16 years. This vaccine is prevent children from two very serious diseases, tetanus and the diphtheria. At the age of 10 and 16, the coverage was very low in Chandigarh, sir, and the children, only 20 to 30% children were vaccinated with this vaccine, sir. As the vaccination coverage against diphtheria and tetanus was very low in Chandigarh, large number of children were not protected, sir. To increase the coverage, a special vaccination campaign was launched in government schools, and the children of these two age groups were vaccinated with TD vaccines. The coverage was only 28%, and with the help of this campaign, we achieved a target of more than 70%, sir. And the Government of India target for this vaccine is 70%. So the children are covered, and along with that, we also achieved the target of set by the Government of India, sir. Along with this, sir, we also held a campaign, Har Ghar Dastak campaign, for COVID vaccination. Vaccination team comprising of one doctor, one data entry operator, and one vaccinator visited every house in Chandigarh, vaccinated and unvaccinated beneficiaries with COVID vaccine, and the team also spread the information about the COVID infection and the benefit of these vaccines. And to give booster dose, because booster dose for 18 plus age group was a paid vaccine, and with this campaign, free booster dose was given to 18 plus age group, and this campaign ran for 75 days, and we vaccinated a lot of people with this campaign, because people were not ready to get vaccinated at private centers because it was a paid vaccine. And with the help of this, we achieved a very good coverage in Chandigarh, sir. And special vaccination camps were held at bus stands, school, colleges, university, and religious places, sir, government as well as the private offices. And because it was a very stressful vaccination campain, the best vaccinator were felicitated for good work and effort in immunization activities by our Director Health Services UT Chandigarh, which also motivated the other staff for this campaign. And our two best vaccinators were awarded by the Honorable Union Minister for their excellent work in this vaccination activity, sir. Whatever efforts and actions we took, sir, these are some of the evidence for the effectiveness of those actions, sir. Our achievement in the pulse polio campaign for the sub-national level was 105%, sir, and achievement of 103% in the pulse polio national immunization campaign, sir, in 2022, sir. There is a portal, sir, in immunization. Even portal is a very important portal, which is electronic vaccine intelligent network portal, which basically deals with the cold chain and the vaccination activity in a country or in a state. And there are three main parameters which are monitored by this portal, sir. And Chandigarh has achieved 100% in all three parameters. So the open vial activity, the routine immunization activity, and the syringe activity, these are the three main part of this portal, sir. And we have achieved 100% coverage, or because they are monitored daily by the Government of India and the agencies, sir. Then 95% achievement in the complete immunization, sir, which is immunization of children up to the age of 2 years, sir. And with this effort, the full immunization achievement was 107%, sir, which was 80% in February. And the last reported coverage in Chandigarh is 107% full immunization coverage of children, sir. And the TD10, TD16 vaccination coverage, which increased from 40% to the 70%.
You have 2 minutes more.
Thank you, sir. And the award and appreciations of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Health and Family Welfare has appreciated Chandigarh vaccination campaign and advised other states to follow it in a latest 137th report of this committee, sir. And we received a national award for vaccination campaign in Chandigarh because we completed 100% vaccination of citizens very early during the campaign, sir. Chandigarh has been declared first in the country, sir, recently 2 days back, and excellent performing state in AFI surveillance. Adverse event following surveillance is a very important segment of immunization, sir, to keep the quality and the faith of the community in the vaccination service. And Chandigarh has been declared excellent performing state. There were 4 states and Chandigarh the first, sir. Vaccination services in Chandigarh has been declared as the best state practice, sir, and nominated for the best state innovative services in health category for another award, sir. And as a result of the excellent work in the polio vaccination, sir, UT Chandigarh is the only state which has been exempted from conducting future subnational pulse polio campaigns. Otherwise, we are adding more doses for polio to the children to protect them against the type 2 diseases. But because our routine immunization and the national subnational pulse polio campaign, the quality of immunization during those campaigns, Chandigarh has recently been exempted from conducting future subnational round of pulse polio, sir. And Chandigarh has also been selected for the project of bringing universal immunization program under CoWIN portal, sir. And to complete this work, it was a very tedious job, and a lot of data and a lot of information was required by the ministry. And we almost shared with the ministry the total information. And on 11th of January, sir, there is going to be launch of UWIN portal, and Chandigarh has been selected for that launch. So for the 11th of January, sir, there will be a launch of UWIN portal, sir. And Chandigarh has also been selected for the pilot of achieving national quality assurance standard in AFI surveillance, sir. In AFI surveillance, sir, we are already declared excellent performing state, but we want to improve it further and bring NQA standards in this area, sir. And for that, we have conducted all the vaccine site assessments, and now we are starting with the peer assessments and apply for the state assessment, sir. Our future plans are, sir, we are planning to establish 10 model vaccination center in Chandigarh, which will be there will be facility for children like playing area, proper sitting space for the parents and the guardians, sir. And the children will be, the vaccination staff will be able to monitor these children for the mandatory 30 minutes, because every child after vaccination should be monitored for at least 30 minutes. Usually in the vaccination center, sir, the mother...
Sorry to say that, sir, please conclude, sir. We are already running out of time.
Okay, sir. And then the next is the achievement for the NQAS in the FS surveillance, sir. And we are also targeting achievement of measles and rubella elimination by December 2023, sir. And installation of all the cold chain equipment in children with Wi-Fi temperature logger, which is very important segment for the cold chain, and the loggers will be able to monitor the cold chain in effective and the real-time manner, sir. And these are some media coverage and awards and the convergence with other departments, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's a very good presentation. In fact, you have exceeded the targets. Rather achieving the targets, you have exceeded the targets. But regarding this TD10 and TD16, diphtheria and septic vaccines, I think this can be very further improved, because these at this stage the children are normally in schools, 10 and at the age of 10 and 16. So
Sir,
you can further improve that.
Yes, sir. We are working on that, sir. We have completed the government school, sir. The coverage was very low because of the COVID. Because during COVID, whole of the UIP was hampered, sir. Now we are starting the second campaign. We will cover the private school and the children which are not visiting the school, sir. So our target is 100 to achieve the 100%, and Government of India's target is 70%, sir.
But why only government schools? It can be
Yes, sir.
private schools as well.
Yes, sir. In the first campaign, sir, we covered all the government schools, sir. Now with the second campaign, which will start in the next 3-4 weeks, sir, we have prepared all teams with for that private school. We are just engaging with them.
Good, Doctor. Good, Doctor. Thank you,
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No questions, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I was the first SP of Noklak district. Noklak is a newly created district of Nagaland, sir. And it was carved out from the Tuensang district. And this district is totally on the Indo-Myanmar borders. 92 kilometers of Indo-Myanmar borders are there, sir. And when I was posted as first SP, everything was to be started from zero, and least infrastructures and the least logistics were there. But when I reached there, I felt like it was not only the police department which wanted to get refurbished and to want to be made as, but there were so many other things which were to be done. And I realized that there was so much of a drug addiction problem. There was so much of infrastructures problem, HIV, scrub typhus, and the health and the education problems. So I'll just carry on with my slides, sir. So these are the issues which were being seen. If you can see at the down slide, sir, the narco-terrorism issues were so much because so many people were involved in the insurgency, and the drug addictions. If you see that blue color, these are the the spasmoproxetin capsules. These are used for the drug abuse. And then the weapons making was also a problem, and other things were also a problem. But when I was posted in Noklak, sir, there was a tribe named as Khimnyungan. The thing was like the Khimnyungan tribe, 40% of the tribe was living on the Indian side of the borders, whereas around 60% or more than that was living across the borders. And the borders, there is like free movement regime along the 16 kilometers of the borders, and the movements are free. But somehow the other things are also the issues there. If we see at the education level and the infrastructure problem, sir, we have seen in the COVID times, there is only one school, which is higher secondary school. If you look at the figures, sir, out of 120 in class 10th, 123, 120 failed and only 3 passed. And that was very troubling for me also. And when one farmer came to me, he was Kisan president. His 2 children, they were suffering from drug addiction, and one person was suffering from HIV. So one day he asked me, Madam, where are you from? I was like, I'm from Haryana. And he said, Ma'am, I'm Kisan president. Can you take me to Haryana or Punjab and teach me farming? We also were farmers, but we are not able to do it. So I said, आपको क्यों जाना है हरियाणा पंजाब? I'll make sure कि मैं हरियाणा पंजाब यहाँ पर लेके आऊँ. Otherwise, what is the use of my education? So I started working on all the aspects, whatever I could, sir. So I'll just briefly tell you here. So if you can see here, the Nagaland, if you see, sir,
Ma'am,
it is...
sorry to interrupt you. Your slides are not moving.
Is it moving now, sir?
No.
Okay.
Yes, now it is moving. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. You have got 44 slides and your time.
Sir, I'll finish in 15 minutes, sir. I'll make sure, sir.
Thank you very much.
So you'll see in 15 minutes, we have done so many works. So this is the Nagaland, which is nearby the Golden Triangle. So hence it is affected by the drug addiction. I'll not read all these points because that can be read out later. It will consume our times. So you can see the infrastructure, sir. It takes us 14 hours to travel from Noklak to Dimapur. You see the roads here, and connectivity is very poor. So this is a school which is at half in India and half in Myanmar. And the children are from both the countries. And we have to work for both of them, I thought. So here I started from the basics, that is farming. So farmers were the first to empower and to tell them not to waste the seeds and less to the training. So this is the training which we are giving to how to give the seeds. So you see on the right side, this is the machineries. These are the manual machineries given at the border villages and how to make the nurseries and how to, do the scientific farming, not to waste, just they can preserve their biodiversity also, they can preserve their traditional knowledge also. By this,
we are seeing second slide. We are just seeing second slide.
Issues. Yes, now it is started moving again.
Is it visible now, sir?
Yes, now it is changed.
Now I think you are on 9th slide. Results
sir,
of
yes, sir.
school dropout.
Yes, sir. The school dropouts were so many, sir. Here, so many students, they used to pass out from the class 8 and they used to leave the schools and they're not ready to take the education again. So best thing was to teach them entrepreneurship. So I started teaching them whatever they are good in, handicrafts, handloom, weaving, or the farming. So you see on the right side, these are the manual machines given to the border villages. On the left side, so the nursery, farming, and the scientific agriculture so that they can preserve their biodiversity and traditional knowledge. I think the 10th slide is visible, sir. These are the trainings given at the Central Institute of Horticulture, Dimapur. I sent a group of 21 farmers. Every 6 months, we send a group of 21 farmers, sir. There was very less concept of balanced diet. I never used to get vegetables, but now we have taught them everything. If you see in a small slides, all the women and the male groups. I wanted to have males and women equally because people were saying, why are you not doing male empowerment? Why only women empowerment? So both were equally gone to that training and taking the training, sir. So now 11th slide, if it is visible. Sir, we started a group of farmers that is called as Taste of Noklak Society. It is having all the women and the male. This is a chain here. They are doing value addition of the products. Sir, we conducted a training for them. We had a machine. This machine, if you can see on the left side, sir. This is food processing machine, sir. This machine I got from Haryana. And we started using all the value addition of the food products. So most of the farmers here are either they are women who are not having any jobs, or they are the ones who were once drug addicts, but not anymore. But they are changing now. They are reforming now. So now they have done like this. You can see the products now, sir. Next is my 12th slide. I'm rushing out so that I'm not missing anything. So you can see that I've made sure that Taste of Noklak Society is teaching everyone. It is not like one society is teaching and getting the benefit. So that even if I'm there, I'm not there, it doesn't matter. One village will teach another village. If you can see, sir, we have launched Perilla seed oil, Xanthozylum, and in the right corner, sir, there is Mr. Dharamveer Kamboj, the one with the black cap. He's a President of India awardee from Haryana. I called uncle, please, if you can come and just visit for once and they can get motivated. He's also class 10th pass out. And when Noklak people used to tell me that we are only class 10th pass out and we have to sell our lands and we have to sell our cattle, we cannot get our students educated. I said nothing like that. We can change. And if he can change, you can also change. You can see, sir, we made a farmers producer organization of 200 farmers. This is on 14th slide. We launched Noklak honey and the Perilla seed oil. So Perilla seed oil is a rare seed oil here. Noklak honey is a rock bee honey. It is around 4,000 liters per the honey season, that is in December areas. So that also has been sold, and now the markets are in Dimapur, Kohima, and even the Assam side areas. And the Abhilaksh Likhi, sir, he was the additional secretary of agriculture. He came from Delhi and he launched those products. So next is 15th slide. If you see the ginger candy, sir, when I reached at Noklak, many people used to tell me that these tribes do magic here and they do kala jadoo. And they will mix poison in your, please keep ginger in your pocket so that they will never do magic. I was like, nothing doing like that. Let's make something better of this ginger. So this is the ginger candy, sir, which we have launched in the, Patanjali has launched. This ginger candy has been sold by Nagaland government also under the brand name of Naturally Nagaland. That is Noklak ginger candy. Next is the handloom expo, sir. We have conducted a handloom expo because the women here they're very good in handloom. They are very good in weaving manually. And I wanted to make sure they are able to do that. But why only women? I thought, why not the males? So we made the group of 20 teams, 10 males and 10 females, whosoever is good in the doing that weaving, sir. Next was with respect to, sir, since I'm a dentist, sir, and here students take a lot of pan, tamul and gutka, and they are very much affected with the oral cancers and so much of HIV and TB cases. In this slide, if you see, sir, I have not shown the faces of the patients because most of them, they are HIV affected patients, PL-HIV, we say, patients living with HIV. So we are teaching them about the TB and the tobacco and the pan, tamil, gutka side effects, not to take them. Next is with respect to, sir, COVID times. So since we were bordered at Myanmar borders, we were the last one to get all the logistics support. And so many free movements were happening around the borders and they were not knowing what to do. So we thought, let's join the hand with the doctors. We were having very less doctors and nurses. This is our CHC below. We started making our own testing kiosk from the wood there. We started our own mask stitching vagera. We started our own self. This is all stitching of the masks ourselves. The PPE kits were been stitched by our own selves. And everything, since I'm a doctor, I used all the science, whatever I thought, and I have used, sir, with respect to the sodium hypochlorite, we're all to be sprayed, and all the face shields and everything was prepared by my police department only, sir. This is with respect to the HIV/AIDS prevention and treatment. We call all the stakeholders so that I am making sure that no new HIV cases are there. Nokluk is highly affected with HIV and the drugs abuse. People who are drug abusers, they use the same syringe, and HIV is very prevalent because of that cases also, sir. Next is with respect to, sir, menstrual hygiene. Sir, women here, they were suffering a lot of uterus problems. Since we had only CHC, not the district hospital, menstrual hygiene levels were very less, and the infections with respect to wombs were very high. And whenever they used to come and tell me that, ma'am, bleeding is not stopping and we are not using the proper cloth and everything. So I thought, why do you have to, not to follow that menstrual hygiene? So they said, we are not knowing that sanitary pad is also very, very costly. So I thought, why do you want a sanitary pad to be bought somewhere? Why don't we make our own cells? So we made our own cells, sir. We bought a machine from National Innovation Foundation, from the sanitary pad making machine. This is the machine you see. Now we are making our own sanitary pad. It is only 2 rupees per pad. Whosoever wants to buy, they buy it. Whosoever cannot buy it, you see the below, sir, there are street vendors. We are giving them free of cost. It's okay. Lives and love and care is not costly with that respect. So this is called as Mother's Love. They make around 50,000 sanitary pads are made with this machine, sir. Not only this, along with the sanitary pads, we launched our other things also, sir. This all is, you can see, I think you can see the slide, sir. I guess 23rd slide it is going on. Sir, is it visible, right? So next is Mother's Love. Mother's Love, sir, here you can see all the weaving articles are also been formed by this Mother's Love. We have shown the pamphlet, we have made the brochure so that not only in Nokluk, they can sell other areas also wherever they can, so that the women are getting empowered. Healthy womanhood is the strengthened womanhood. Most of the women, they are using sanitary pads now, and rather CMO, he was the SMO earlier, Dr. Victor, he also said that most of the uterus cases, they have decreased because of this initiative since last year. This was started in 2020, sir. Next is with respect to Mithun farming, sir. Mithuns are the animals which are being reared at the border villages. Sir, they were selling their Mithuns just to get the education of their children, or they were just eating it out. I was saying, why can't we have the proper farming of it? So we made semi-intensive Mithun farms. These are the farms which are having proper vaccination, proper medications, proper scientific farming, all the fencing and everything, milking and everything. All these things are made very properly now. Sir, next.
Please conclude. You have 3 minutes more.
Sorry, sir.
Please conclude. You have 3 minutes more.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, I'm concluding. This is the Nokluk masterpieces we did. This is the first aid education we gave. This is the first ever computer lab we have made in the higher secondary school, sir. There was no computer lab. Science lectures we have given. Science museum we have formed, sir. Libraries we have formed. Piglet and poultry farms we have formed. Yoga sessions I have given, sir. Yoga and meditation to the drug addicts. Sir, I have given 6 months free coaching for UPSC and all the departmental exams. Out of my free UPSC coaching, 7 cleared prelims, 4 cleared mains, 2 cleared LDA exam, 2 cleared professional professor exam, 1 cleared junior engineer, and 1 cleared KVK exam. Sir, this, if you can see this slide, I am giving the medicine, sir. This is opioid substitute therapy, sublingual buprenorphine to the drug addicts. And below you can see that drug addicts are being teaching the rehabilitation thing, so that when they are finishing with the drug rehabilitation concept, then they can go for their livelihood. They don't have to wait for anything. Last slide, sir. People used to make a lot of guns and weapons here, and I thought this is totally illegal. And how much I tell them, how many people will arrest them, let's go with some other way. They always wanted some machines. I told them, why to go for guns? Why don't we make machines if you all are so good in making guns? So they started making machines, sir. They have made oil expeller. If you can see, this is cooking cum drying machine. Side, they are saying that oil expeller. Last, sir, there was some illegal bikes problem also. The transportation was a very big problem. Sir, the tribals here are very talented. I was just polishing them. I said, why to go for the illegal bikes? Why can't we make our own bikes? So this was the last project of me, sir. This is called as WON, Wheels of Nagas. We made the electric bicycle, and they have made it very nicely, and that has already been launched by the Nagaland police. If you can see the success stories, this person is a drug addict. He was earlier from underground faction. He has left that underground faction. He has started handicrafts and everything, and he has decreased his dose. He's HIV positive. His viral load is negative now, sir. Same goes with these people, sir. They are HIV positive. Now they are not HIV positive. They have decreased their viral load, and they have decreased their drug addiction dose. Last slide, sir. This is the change maker. I spoke a speech at change maker under the Ministry of Science and Technology on the National Tribal Day, 11th and 12th November. And the tribals who used to call me outsider, the Khimniungans, they have given me a local name, that is Thimshao Lam. And now I'm a local person for them. Earlier they used to call me from Haryana. Now they call me Thimshao Lam of Noklak. So that was only the achievement I got from, and the love I got from there. So these are some of the links, if anyone gets time for seeing that. Last is my taste of Noklak Society women and the farmers who are with me, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Excellent, outstanding and brilliant work, Dr. Pritpal ji. यह खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर वाली बात को आपने उनको कंस्ट्रक्टिव और डेवलपमेंट ओरिएंटेड थिंकिंग में बदल दिया है, और उनके बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज से उनके अंदर एक्साइटमेंट भी क्रिएट कर दिया है। ये बहुत बड़ी बात है
जी सर।
लेकिन मैं ये मतलब बड़ी अजीब बात है कि वहां पे इतना ड्रग एब्यूज है, तो आप तो पुलिस साइड, आप तो पुलिस की चीफ है वहां के, तो आप ड्रग को एब्यूज को रोकने के लिए
सर बहुत किया है।
वो क्या 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 कर रहे हैं
सर? हमने एक एंटी ड्रग स्क्वाड बनाया है सर। सर वो रात को या दिन में जहां भी होता है रेड्स मारता है, और इतनी रेड्स अभी तक के सर हाईएस्ट रेड्स हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट से हुए हैं सर। सर जिसको ड्रग एडिक्शन को ड्रग पेडलर्स है, हम जरूर उनको पकड़ते हैं। दे आर ऑल बीन फॉरवर्डेड टू द लॉकअप्स एंड द डिस्ट्रिक्ट जेल सर। बट द वंस हु वांट टू गेट रिहैबिलिटेशन, उनको हम रिहैबिलिटेशन में हेल्प करते हैं सर। सो आई जस्ट डिड द बैलेंसिंग सर। ट्राइबल्स आर ऑलरेडी टैलेंटेड, आई जस्ट थॉट टू रीडायरेक्ट देम इन अ गुड वे।
अच्छा, एक जो है ना, कल भी हम प्रेजेंटेशन देख रहे थे, तो ये जो है ना, जैसा आपने बताया कि HIV पॉजिटिव है, तो इसमें हेपेटाइटिस C का काफी बड़ा रोल है।
जी बिल्कुल है।
तो पंजाब गवर्नमेंट ने भी काफी वर्क किया है उसको हेपेटाइटिस C के लिए, ट्रीटमेंट के लिए। तो ऐसा कुछ आप लोग भी कर रहे हैं क्या वहाँ पे?
सर हेपेटाइटिस C का जो स्क्रीनिंग है और जो टेस्टिंग है सर, हमारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल इज गेटिंग इनॉग्रेटेड दिस मंथ, so that will start from this month. Last year it was happening in Twinsang, the nearby district, sir. All the hepatitis C wala program was happening there. Now it is happening here, sir. The all teams are working now.
Last question. अभी तो आपने ये सारा, I think it is your personal credit, okay? But how do you ensure that after you are promoted or you are out of the department, you are posted somewhere else, so how do you see कि ये आपका काम भी आपके प्रमोशन या बाहर जाने के बाद में भी चलता रहे?
जी सर, थैंक यू सर इस क्वेश्चन के लिए। हम जरूर ये बताना चाहूंगी सर, जो टेस्ट ऑफ नोकलक सोसाइटी एक सोसाइटी है, उसको एक कंपल्शन है कि वो एक सोसाइटी दूसरे विलेज को सिखाएगी, वो दूसरी विलेज तीसरे को, तीसरी विलेज चौथे को। अभी तक 7 चेन्स खत्म हो चुकी हैं सर। विद रिस्पेक्ट टू स्टूडेंट्स ड्रॉप आउट सर, स्टूडेंट ड्रॉप आउट्स की टीम्स बनाई हुई है सर। हम उनको स्टूडेंट टीम्स बोलते हैं अंडर द स्टूडेंट यूनियन। वो एक टीम दूसरे को सिखाती है, दूसरी टीम तीसरे को। मेरा मेन फोकस है स्कूल ड्रॉप आउट्स पे, और जो बॉर्डर के विलेजेस हैं जहां तक अभी तक एजुकेशन नहीं पहुंची है, वो चेन ऑफ लाइबिलिटी है एंड चेन ऑफ सस्टेनेबिलिटी है, सो दैट इवन इफ आई एम देयर, आई एम नॉट देयर, डजंट मैटर सर।
Sure. Excellent work.
Thank you,
all
sir.
The appreciation. All the appreciation.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, sir.
मैम, जिस स्टेट में आप काम कर रहे हैं उस स्टेट में मैंने भी बहुत काम किया है। I was handling state from electricity point of view.
जी sir.
So I have stayed नागालैंड और मैंने अपनी मास्टर्स डिग्री में एक प्रोजेक्ट भी वहाँ पर किया था
जी sir.
डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन जनरेशन के ऊपर में भी। तो आई अंडरस्टैंड कि आपकी इस एरिया की और हमारी कंट्री में कहाँ लोकेटेड है और कितना डिफिकल्ट है वहाँ काम करना।
जी सर। सर टाइम नहीं है, नहीं तो मैं आपको दिखाती कि मैंने हिंदी में एक गाना लिख के उनसे बुलवाया है। सर
नहीं,
सर नेशनल इंटीग्रेशन पूरी हुई है सर यहाँ पर, इंडो
Good,
म्यांमार
मैं
बॉर्डर्स का नहीं, नेशन का पूरा लेके चले हैं सर।
डेफिनेटली मैं स्कॉच टीम को बोलूंगा कि आपको जब इनका एनुअल फंक्शन होता है तो आपको बुलाएं और आपका एक स्पेशल लेक्चर करवाएं।
जी सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
आई विल स्ट्रांगली रिकमेंड देम कि उनका जो हाईएस्ट अवार्ड है वो आपको मिले, क्योंकि इस तरीके का काम करना ऐसे डिफिकल्ट एरिया में। और आई एम
सर जब मैं
सरप्राइज।
पहली बार वहां गई थी तो उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि तुम इंडिया से आए हो। सर मुझे वो बात बहुत छू गई सर, मुझे लगा कि आप भी मेरे देश का हिस्सा हो, मैं एक दिन आपको मेरे देश का हिस्सा बना के रखूंगी। सर आज वो लोग हिंदी में गाना गाते हैं और सारे वो काम करते हैं सर, वो हथियार नहीं बनाते अब वो मशीन्स बनाते हैं।
नहीं, वो आपका वो देख लिया मैंने कि आपने गन्स बनाने वालों को
गन्स नहीं, मशीन सर। जी सर।
मशीन बनाने के लिए लगा दिया। तो इस टाइप का जो इनोवेटिव आइडियाज हैं और किस तरीके से क्रिमिनल्स के साथ में डील करना है, हैंडल करना है, रियली रिमार्केबल।
जी
और
सर।
आपको तो आईपीएस को ज्वाइन किया, आईएएस ज्वाइन करना चाहिए आपको पूरे मतलब स्टेट को हैंडल करना आना चाहिए, डिस्ट्रिक्ट तो छोड़िए, डिस्ट्रिक्ट तो छोटी चीज होगी।
ये काम सारा सिविल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का है जो आपने वहाँ पे अपनी
हाँ,
ड्यूटी के अलावा भी किया है।
जी जी
सर
कुछ
सर
ऐसे हमारे कंट्री के अंदर में बहुत सारे लोग हैं, क्योंकि स्कॉच के हम ज्यूरी हैं, तो हम पूरे इंडिया की चीजें सुनते रहते हैं वहाँ पर क्या इनोवेटिव चीजें हो रही हैं।
जी
योर वर्क इज रियली एक्सेप्शनल एक्सेप्शनल।
सर सर थैंक यू।
कीप इट अप और ऑल द बेस्ट टू यू।
थैंक
Yeah, ours is the Institute of National Importance, which is in budding stage. It's a 750-bedded tertiary care hospital, recently inaugurated by Honorable PM Shri Modi ji, and it's a premier institute of patient care, medical education, and research. First patient care services started in this institution was the telemedicine services in May 2021. These are the few of the pictures. This is the upcoming institute, so some of the construction work is still there. So, our project is the telehealth in Himalayas. The rationale behind this project was that, as they say, that adversity is the mother of invention, stand true for this project. When in May 2021, when COVID-19 hit the second wave hit the nation, the institute is in very initial stage of life cycle. When the current CEO joined the institute on May 2021, at that time we were having nearly 15 specialty and super specialty. The faculty was in place, which were providing the services to other healthcare institutions in the vicinity of the state. But those services were only of the COVID related. But in the very first meeting of the CEO decided that we should expand our horizon and we should go beyond our walls of this institute and help the people in crisis. So we suggested that some of the members of the Director Advisory Committee suggested that we should expand our telemedicine services to the hardest of the hard regions of the state. So with that, we start these services, and incidentally, this was the first services which was started in Bilaspur. So the basic objectives at that time, which we categorized, was to serve the underserved section of the society living in rural, hard, difficult areas of Himalayas and sub-Himalaya region during the peak of the pandemic. And the basic premise was to help the people with the other diseases other than the COVID, actually, because these people are totally they were totally locked down in the houses. They was not allowed to go outside. So in that time we really want to help those people, actually. And the second objective was to utilize the services of highly learned, efficient manpower in effective way, since the institute is in infancy stage where other services are yet to start. So the faculty members were not able to provide services to the masses, to the patients, because there was nothing, no manpower, no machinery, no infrastructure was there at that time. So the third objective was to generate evidence of acceptance and barriers in the technology in far-flung areas, because telemedicine was during that 2021, May 2021, the telemedicine was accepted model in the urban areas and in many suburban areas, but in rural areas it was still it was in infancy stage. So we want to generate some evidence of acceptance and barriers related to telemedicine acceptance in these areas. Other objective we kept in mind to create a model for alternative healthcare delivery, and of course to create a center of excellence in our institute in near future. So specific targets at that time was for implementation, because there was a bit reluctance from the doctors and they were worried about the legal aspects of the providing telemedicine, but it was accepted science at that time. But still people were reluctant to give this service. So we train, we motivate the people and give the telemedicine practice guidelines of March 2020, which was given by the government of India. We retrain them for this aspect, and they remove their fear to conduct these services. And then we select and install the reverse platform for this. That was the target for us, because at that time, by that time, there were many telemedicine platforms in the market, but we rely with the eSanjeevani platform, because its penetration was more in the rural area, and the government of Himachal Pradesh was also building a strong network at that time. So selection and setup of support services to provide the teleconsultation, this was also in a specific target. And then we being at a research institute to generate some evidences of barriers and adoption in these regions, we also kept in mind that we should go with some research studies related to the barriers and adoption and acceptance of telehealth. And another target was the penetration up to last mile, because there were few challenges like there was no internet connection, there was less computer literacy in the far-flung area, and there was less awareness of these services in the rural areas. So and other specific target was to train the doctors at the other end, who were providing services from the other end of the system. So one target was advocacy with the state government for support, because at that time we were having actually we were having nothing actually. So we looked towards the government of Himachal Pradesh to help us to extend these services to the masses. So we, as I have enumerated, that first three targets we achieved immediately and start the services, but in next 4 months we come to know that the penetration level is very less. Then we decided to go to the actual beneficiaries, to the field, to assess what are the various challenges, what are the various barriers, why people are not accepting the services. So for those to achieve those objectives, like objective 4, as I have enumerated 4, 5, 6, we conducted a field survey in the 2 blocks of district Chamba, which is Niti Aayog's aspirational district. So we made a 20-point checklist to capture the data regarding information regarding infrastructure, telemedicine equipment, manpower, and demography of the area. And then we go one step ahead, that we made a semi-structured questionnaire to capture the patients who were our beneficiaries and the actual service provider at those facilities, we take their feedbacks, we take their information to assess that what are the actual reasons why people are not adopting the technology. So then we go to the field. These were the actual infrastructure and manpower present at the peripheral centers in the district Chamba. So these are the health facilities where I visited personally to capture this data. And this was the 20-point checklist we made to capture the whole data, whole of the variables in one go to access the various barriers and the challenges of not penetrating into the masses. So these were one of them was the existing available telemedicine setup at the facility, the service utilization, what were the various things of service utilization there, like population served by a center, villages served, daily OPD facilities, distance from the district headquarters, approach transportation road of the facility, average daily teleconsultation done in last 3 months, and the manpower engaged at that health facility, and what are their qualification level, whether they were trained or not, formally trained or not, teleconsultation experiences, and some of the miscellaneous factors like availability of diagnostic support, availability of medicine and support, and the capability of handling their medical emergency, presence of ambulance or the drivers there. So these were the variables we captured there, and then we find out that most of the facilities were equipped with 1 or 2 types of medical setups, telemedicine setups, but the penetration level is still low. The most of the facilities this is one of the companies like Piramal Swasthya, whose telemedicine setup was also there. For manned by the Piramal Swasthya setups was manned by the trained manpower, whereas e-Sanjeevani platform people were not there actually. So some of the health functionary or some person from the health facility itself is taking care of this part. The health facility with e-Sanjeevani setups are not catering the patient setup, although the equipment were sufficient and of latest version. The facility with less physical OPDs are providing.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. You have another 2 minutes.
Sir. So there was no formal training provided to the staff. There was no information and education communication in the community regarding the availability of the services. Most of the facilities were deficient of diagnostic and emergency care. We analyzed the data of 60 patients, 60 people, 30 were the healthcare provider and 30 were the patients. So the provider says that lack of training and lack of positive attitude in the workers were one of the barriers to accept the technology. Digital literacy was one of them, and from patient side, they reported that they were not totally aware. They were not aware of the facility there. So this is quite concerning that there is some issues of IEC activities or the engagement of the PRIs were not there. So then we make out of this that what should be our strategy now. Then we changed our strategy and we send these evidences to the district authorities, and these were the few of the points like their lack of awareness in the people, lack of IEC activities, media publicity was not there. So citizen-centric approach was not there. Then the district authorities, they take plunge into it, and then they helped us by engaging the health authorities there, and they focused on these points and focused on these barriers, and ultimately there was an improvement in the project. So this was the actual impact. The district authority deliberated each and every point of recommendation with the health department, and sensitization at facility level were done through on-site and online training. The program was taken by the patients as a boon. It also gives a new insight to adopting technology-enabled healthcare in rural or difficult areas. The government of Himachal Pradesh recognized this effort of AIIMS to provide services to the Varsha Center project. And then under NHM, they provided a grant of approximately 15 lakh to upgrade the infrastructure at Tele Health Center at AIIMS. So by this money, we envision a center of excellence, a center of digital health at AIIMS Bilaspur. This is real pictures of the center. We are coming up with that. This was started 3 months now. So under this CDH, previously there were only the consultation from the patient to direct to the doctor, but now we shifted towards the doctor at the other end, then to specialist and super specialist at AIIMS. So with this CDH, we were able to start these facilities to the patient. Now we are getting daily teleconsultation and has been connected with approximately 60 health centers of the states and building a robust network of delivery to far-flung areas of Tamil Nadu. And we signed a direct MOUs with the district administration of Chamba and Lahaul Spiti, which are the remotest districts, tribal districts of the state, to cater people's healthcare needs in hard and difficult locations. And we are to step further. We are testing a comprehensive continuum of care model that where the Ayushman Bharat PMJ and Ayushman Bharat digital mission will converge. So we are going to adopt we are into the talks with the district administration that we are going to adopt one of the most difficult valley, which is called Mayad Valley in Lahaul Spiti. We are going to adopt that valley for all the aspects of healthcare, and most of the people in that valley, they come under the BPL, and automatically they will have the Ayushman Bharat cards and all. So we want to install a telemedicine setup there, and then from those centers they can take the primary healthcare facility as well as the follow-up visits. If they paid at the AIIMS, we can give them treatment. We can provide the follow-up treatment through this facility. So this is our next goal. So this is, if I enumerate, this was the various departments who have provided the services in this small period of time. So most of the specialists and super specialists was engaged. So that number is quite less, but because there is a scattered population in these regions, so some of the pockets are still left to engage into this program. These are the different districts where we provided this facility, and the Chamba district. Previously, we have only 30 teleconsultations till that survey, but now we can say that we have 600 teleconsultations. These are only specialist teleconsultations, not the general teleconsultations. Specialist and like we have 300 neurology teleconsultations, because we have only 3 neurologists in the country, in the state actually. So this is the biggest number we have of one specialty. So I must acknowledge the contribution of patients and doctors of the AIIMS and providers of various health facility, and of course Government of Himachal Pradesh for constant support, District Administration Chamba for giving us opportunity to do that implementation research there. So this is all from my side, sir, and I believe the Ayushman Bharat digital mission will definitely change the healthcare delivery models in these areas of this country. Thank you so much.
Jury members.
Dr. Saab, very good project. In fact, this has helped a lot during COVID lockdown and COVID phases. But I just want to know about the timings of the operations, because during OPD times you are always busy. So did you allocate some different time for telemedicine consultations?
Sir, initially, because as I have mentioned that our OPD was not started till the inauguration by Honorable PM. So till that time, we made a roster for all the specialties, and timing was defined, like in the morning hours, 6 specialties, and in the evening hours, 6 specialties. Something like that we have made. But after that,
but now what is the picture?
Sir, currently, actually, the government of India now insisting for telemedicine program of India actually under ABDM actually. So now they have empowered the state NHM to take the help of AIMS as complementary. So now we are not providing the it's 2 months back. We changed the schedule, and government of Himachal Pradesh asked us to provide teleconsultation only in 5 specialties. So now we are providing specialty 5 specialty teleconsultation for whole day from Monday to Friday.
At what time?
Sir, 9:30 to 4.
9:30 to 4.
Yeah,
4.
sir.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So government of India is already working on this project, and since I am a SEGHS beneficiary, so there is a facility for telecommunication, teleconsultation, and most of the hospitals in India are already connected with that. So are you supplementing that, or is there something different you are doing?
Sir, actually, what I can say, it's just a serendipity actually. We started at that time with some different objectives, but later on, being it a research institute, we find that telemedicine is a accepted model in the areas, in urban areas, or but in rural areas there are so many gaps actually. So we want to generate some evidences how we can reach at the last mile of the state.
So in that case, sir, the state government need to integrate with the central system so that teleconsultation can be had with any hospital in India.
Sir, we are already opted for ABDM software. Just 3 days back, we were in a meeting with the NHA, and shortly we will start with their HMIS actually. At least till now we are dependent on eSanjeevani. So now the government of sir.
Okay, good enough. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Regards, sir.
My name is I am Smith Parmar. I am 2013 batch IPS officer, born on Odisha cadre. Sir, I did my graduation from IIT Bombay, and I did my graduation in 2010 in electrical engineering. Then I worked for 2 years in private sector, and then I joined Indian Police Service. Sir, this is the name and the logo of our initiative. So then it says Birangana in Odia, and tagline is Sashakta Jiya, Sashakta Samaj. It means, sir, empowered girl, empowered society. Regarding introduction of the initiative, sir, it had 2 primary objectives. One was to impart self-defense training to primarily adolescent girls, and second was community outreach on police part. The first was the primary front of the initiative was we will impart physical defense training to girls going to high schools and colleges, sir. And why we'll apply, sir? Sir, through our interaction with the different police stations. And sir, in Odisha, we are having Amo Police Samiti meetings, which is held every monthly in the police station level, where citizens from all police station area, for example, retired officers, teachers, public representative, they come to police station and interact with us. So one feedback came, okay, this would be a very good initiative if we go to school and impart self-defense training to girls. So it had multifaceted outcomes. First was that the sense of security will be there. Second, sir, the confidence amongst girls also will increase. Sir, and if girl is empowered, she has this confidence, okay, she can go out and she has some basic skills to defend herself. It reduces dependency also. And so in general, overall discrimination also comes down, sir. Third was कि sir, police is not able to, it is not possible for us to provide one police station for each girl. So there is always a response time for us to reach the spot after getting the information about some crime. So our objective was that if some girl is in panic situation, or if she has been attacked or harassed, the time she should first of all contact us immediately. She should feel free. She is dependent on us, and by the time we will reach there, sir, at least she should save herself or have some response so that her dignity is preserved, sir. And sense of security in general also, sir. So through this initiative, we wanted to send a message that we are there for everybody. Apart from our normal duties also, some proactive measures also we want to take. Sir, Bargad, our name of my district is Bargad. Sir, Bargad is a tribal district, and around 40% of the part is Naxal affected area also, sir. So we are having already a image crisis always there. So we conduct various kind of community program. But sir, this was one of the initiatives through which we wanted to bring something new in our community policing approach, sir. Because we always just distribute stuff to them like umbrellas, school bags, notebooks. So through this, we wanted it will generate a good positive media attraction also, and good perception also it will create, sir. Sir, before going further, sir, this is just one slide for in general, why self-defense is important with respect to the crime happening in our country, sir. So, sir, I collected the data under 4 heads, sir. We can see all these 4 heads. The crime is happening in the public place, majorly in the public place or interaction at the public place. So if somehow girl is having or a woman is having a sense of knowledge how to defend this kind of situation or respond in this kind of situation, it will definitely, sir, help us to have less and less victims. Along with our response will always be there against the criminals, but it would be better if some sensitization and some empowerment on the woman is also there, sir. Regarding implementation, sir, we consciously chose that it will be done completely by the police officers. We didn't hire any any private person. We do hired self-defense training experts to train our police personnel. So, sir, we conducted about 1 month long training program for our police personnel. We teached around 40 plus constables, both male and female, and we created, sir, total 20 teams. So this program was run for 7 days, and each of the 20 team covered at least 2 to 3 schools per day. And sir, in 7 days, we ensured that we'll reach out to each and every schools. We didn't wanted we'll have it at one location and girls will come there, because there would have been, sir, some resistance and some cost to the girls also. So considering the rural background of the area, sir, we went there, we reached all the schools, we asked them for around 1 to 2 hours of the slot, and almost all the schools gave very promptly to us. They also shown a lot of enthusiasm. And sir, in 7 days, we provided training in 334 high school and colleges. We covered about 35,000 girls, and it was done absolutely at the free of cost. And we provided training in their respective colleges and the schools, sir. And so the execution part I already covered, sir. Then, sir, apart from the idea, sir, that we want to apply we want to impart the self-defense training, the main issue was the resource management, because, sir, we are already having a lot of other engagement in the police side. Plus, always there is some or other emergencies there. So we wanted to have this program on campaign mode, so that it will create a buzz in the society. It will create awareness, because all other people will come, they will get attracted towards it. So, sir, we use some management tools. So there is one tool called ClickUp, sir. So we ensured that our since 20 teams were there were a lot of moving parts in this project, sir. For example, sir, each team had some training articles. For example, mattress is there, some tools are there, so they have to carry for each and every team. Then, sir, the publicity material was there, banners were there, some IC material was there. So we provided each and every team a dedicated vehicle, dedicated items, so that. And sir, one more issue was there, sir. We on fund side also we were not having luxurious fund that in all 334 school separate publicity material can be used. In total, this 334 school we used only 20 sets of all materials, 20 set of training articles, so that we saved a lot of money on the training part also, sir. Regarding success of the initiative, sir, the project was supported by sir UNICEF India also, and there is a wing of crime branch in Odisha. It is called Crime Against Women and Child Wing. They also supported it in their website. Also, they have one page for this initiative, sir. It was well appreciated in national and state level media, sir. We trained 35,000 girls across 333 schools. And in other districts also, they are going to implement the initiative on the same lines, sir. And sir, this is just an overview. This is the map of the Bargarh. We didn't wanted it to be a urban phenomenon or town phenomenon only. We ensured each and every panchayats will be covered. So this is the block map. You can see, sir, in all the remotest part also we went and we imparted this training, so that the sense of security and sense of belongingness is there in all the parts of the district, sir. These are some of the photos, sir. This is our team, sir, and this is the photo of SP office. This is the closing program, sir, where our MLA, collector, public representative, everybody participated, and they all appreciate the initiative, sir. These are some of the glimpses, sir. This is the media coverage, sir, and you can see, sir, in all the mainstream media, it has been covered, sir. I have, sir, one 2-minute video, sir. It will show the overall glimpses of the initiative, sir.
बरगढ़ पुलिस तरफ वीरंगना कार्यक्रम माध्यम समस्त को सेल्फ डिफेन्स तालीम दिया होचे आसो समस्त मिसमा सेल्फ डिफेन्स तालीम लेमा और निष्क्रिय सुरक्षा
Regarding way ahead, sir, we have seen that there are a lot of cybercrime awareness is required in girls regarding how they are handling their social media profiles and how they are interacting. So this is we'll do it in the next phase, sir. And regarding other legal awareness, we'll take up in the next phase. We are already preparing the module for that, sir. So thank you.
Sumit ji, your project is definitely an excellent project as far as protecting these girls from the crimes. But you have conducted this one time. How, in fact, girls in the schools will be entering in new classes and new girls will be replacing them. So in future, how frequently do you want to repeat this exercise?
So thank you so much, sir, for this question, sir. Sir, we are planning at least around for 3 times, sir. One is the Women's Day is there. And we are even planning, sir, that rather than keeping for 1 hour session, we can have around for 2 to 3 days, 1 hour session also can be kept in one school, so that more and more girls of that schools also can be covered. And sir, at least once in 2 semester, and preferably if it is done in 3 times in a year, it would be very good community outreach for us also and for the school also.
And how frequently your police officers visit schools, girls' schools, so that girls have their confidence that yes, police is with us. Then they will be really empowered, at least mentally, and the bad elements will not be dare to attempt any crime towards them.
Sir, true, sir. Sir, in our, I am having 16 police station under me, sir. Under Nirbhaya fund, sir, we got some money. So we have given one Honda scooty to each and every police station, sir. It is manned by women staff only, woman officer or woman constable. So, sir, we have started this, but as sir suggested, we'll do it more frequent, so that the hesitation to come towards police should be decrease, and it will decrease the distance between girls and women in our area and the police, sir.
Yes, yes, very good, because girls will be more comfortable with talking to lady police officers. Rather, lady police officers should proactively contact them. Then their hesitation will be back. Excellent work, sir. Keep up the good work.
Sir, thank you. Thank you so much, sir.